It's Matt Boggs, and today I want to share with you one essential quality to look for in a man. Now, I was on a coaching call recently, and the woman who I was talking to was saying that she had met some guy online who is 5'8", and she's 5'9". She loves to wear heels, and so she was debating about whether or not it was even worth her going out with this guy on a date. And she was saying how she's not attracted to shorter men. Perhaps you can relate to this. She wants a man who's taller, and her whole life she's wanted a man who's taller than she is. And I said, well, how did the phone calls go? And she said, well, we had a great connection on the phone calls. We were laughing, and I actually really like this guy. So she was telling me on the call how he was successful, he makes good money, doing something that he loves, he's in decent shape, and he's decent looking. And so I said, okay, and you're debating whether or not to go on a date with him. Well, consider this. What has he done with the qualities that he can control? Because his height is something that's outside of his control, right? I would love to be 6'1", 6'2", but I'm not. And no matter how hard I try, I'm never going to be 6'1" or 6'2". But my job is to grow myself and be the best version of who I can be. So based on what you currently know about him, how has he developed himself with what he can control? And so she said, oh, all right, he's done a pretty good job. It's worth a date. So she goes out with this guy, gets back on our coaching call after the date and says, oh my gosh, that was the best date I have had in years. We laughed, we connected. There was chemistry. She goes, I didn't expect just based on the phone call for there to be very much chemistry. There was so much chemistry, Matt. And when I kissed this guy at the end of the night, it was like electricity went through every cell of my being. I loved it. And quite frankly, after a couple hours, I didn't even notice that he was shorter than me. I wore my heels, I did my thing, I was looking good, and we totally have another date. And she said, I'm so grateful that I listened to my intuition and I went out with this guy anyway. So ultimately, this client at the beginning, she was type locked, right? She had made a decision based on a certain set of criteria, her list for what she wanted in her man. And she said, if he doesn't have this height, have this skin color, this eye color, this hair color, this level of income, then I'm not going to go out with him. Well, the challenge was it hadn't been really working for her. So as she released some of what she was type locking herself with, she opened herself to new possibilities. So my invitation to you is to review your list for what you want in a man and go through that list and find out if there's anything that's on that list that's outside of his control and put a check mark next to it. It might be height, eye color, hair color, things that he's born with, right? Because way more important than those types of things that are outside of his control are what he's done with the things that are in his control, how he's developed himself as a human being. Whether or not he has kids, for example, is outside his control. If it's done, it's done. He's got those kids. So the question is, what kind of man is he being with those kids, and what kind of life is he creating for himself? Put way more importance on the qualities that he can control than the ones that are outside his control. And as you do this, you'll open up more and greater possibilities for attracting an amazing partner into your life. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, my encouragement to you, pay it forward and share it with someone that matters to you. And to help you increase the love in your life, I actually have created a great resource for you. There's a link in this video. Just click that link and you can get that resource, and it will help you attract your man and expand the love in your life. And lastly, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you get subscribed so you can get the latest and greatest videos for amplifying the love in your life. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.